Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Dorsey, and I'm with the Infinite Scholars Program. Infinite Scholars does one thing, and we do one thing well. We help send high school students to college. We do that with our network of over 400 colleges and universities that help us out with this endeavor. One of the main things that we do is that we facilitate scholarship fairs. We facilitate scholarship fairs at 27 cities across the country. Whenever we're at a scholarship fair, we have between 50 and 100 of our premier partners with us who attend the scholarship fairs. So one of those is the College of Charleston. Now we're going to give you a little bit about information about them, and then they're going to come on and give you all the more detailed information. The College of Charleston, located in the heart of historic Charleston, South Carolina, is a nationally recognized public liberal arts and science university. The college has over 10,000 undergraduate students and approximately 1,000 graduate students. Students represent 49 of the 50 states and 62 countries. The college offers 142 majors and minors that are recognized around 6 schools: School of the Arts, School of Business, School of Education, Health and Human Performance, School of Humanities and Social Science, School of Languages, Cultures and World Affairs, and the School of Science and Mathematics. In addition, the college has an honors program. Popular majors are biology, business administration, communication, and psychology. Today, to give us more information about the College of Charleston is Debbie Counts, who is the Director of Admissions, the Recruitment Access Initiative, and Free College Programs. Debbie, thank you so much for coming and being with us today and providing our parents and students information about your college.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dorsey, for the opportunity. I want today to share my screen so that I can do a virtual overview of what's available at the College of Charleston. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if possible. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us virtually at the College of Charleston. As Dr. Dorsey said, my name is Debbie Counts, and I'm one of the directors here at the College of Charleston in the Office of Admission. Today, I want to share with you our virtual visit experience. Because of COVID-19, the playing field has been leveled for all students to be able to visit as many colleges and universities of their choice. I just want to share with you our virtual visitor center and encourage you to take the time to go out and visit. There is a wealth of information on our website, our virtual visitor site. You are able now to do a campus visit, take a virtual tour. You're also able to view our admission sessions by looking at a presentation or registering for an info session via a webinar. In addition, the great thing about this virtual visit site is that you are able to chat with counselors one-on-one from your area. And I'm going to show you how you can find out who your counselor is in just a second, as well as receive information via the webinar. We have information for any transfer student who is interested in transferring into the College of Charleston. We have information concerning financial aid, which is very important, financial aid and scholarships. So there is a wealth of information on our website for you. If you're interested in learning and knowing who your counselor is, you're welcome to click on this link, and it'll take you to a map of the United States. The map is divided out by our counselors, and as you can see, the counselors here that are listed cover all of the states outside of South Carolina. You scroll down, if you're interested in who's representing the state of Missouri, the great state of Missouri. I know for a fact that that is Aisha Steele, and you can click on Aisha's page and get information about her, and you're able to actually reach out to her with her email address. You can contact her here. So there's a lot of information that is available to you. If you are a part of this great state of Florida, I know that Fred Quick, a graduate of the College of Charleston, represents the state of Florida. You are able to reach out to Fred by different social media platforms, as well as emailing Fred directly. Fred covers the states of Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi. If you want to learn more about anything that our college offers as it relates to academic programs, you're able to find that information by exploring the college and learning more about what's available to students. I love this site because you're able to actually see one of our what we call road pieces and learning more about the college. It's very intuitive, very easy to maneuver, and you're able to see lots of information. Our majors are listed in our special advising programs. One of the things I want to mention about the College of Charleston that you may not know is that we're in very close proximity to the Medical University of South Carolina. For a lot of students, that's very attractive because students are interested in going into the healthcare field. Students who come in have the opportunity to do internships, to find employment at the medical university, have mentors, and just explore the whole medical field overall by working with the medical university. We also have an advisor who works with students who are interested in going into the healthcare profession, very knowledgeable person. Will happily share that information with you, the contact information for her. College of Charleston sits in a very unique place. There are almost 400 startup technical companies in just downtown Charleston alone. And so there are many, many opportunities for our students to experience and have the opportunities to grow and develop. Do I need to say anything else? Dr. Dorsey, are you going to ask me any questions?
Yep, I'm going to come back and ask you questions now.
Okay.
All right then, that's perfect. Debbie, thank you so much. I just got a few follow-up questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, so, and I know that the everything can be on the website, but I just want to make sure that we have a verbal conversation with our parents. So, what are the admissions requirements to get into the College of Charleston? I mean, do we need a GPA? Do we need an ACT, SAT score? What does that look like?
So we look at students who have strong AB averages. We don't put a numeric value on that, Dr. Dorsey. Typically, the students who are admitted to the college have taken really rigorous courses. They've taken honors courses, they've taken AP courses, IB courses, and a lot of our students have taken dual enrollment. So we look highly at those things. We try to take a holistic approach to the student's application. We encourage students to submit essay or personal statement when they're applying to the College of Charleston. We're a liberal arts university, so writing is very important to us. And so we want to get a sense of the student's writing ability, the student's ability to communicate. In addition, with COVID-19, we have taken the option of going test optional this year. So students will either submit their test scores or not submit their test scores. That will be definitely up to them. If they need guidance about that, they can definitely reach out to their counselor at their high school, in addition to reaching out to us to see if we can assist them in that. But I encourage students to really get a handle on what test optional means. I mean, it's a good thing, but we're going to also require and look at some additional things. One of the areas that we're going to be wanting to see is courses that our students are going to be taking in the senior year of their high school experience, as well as encouraging students to potentially submit a resume so that we can really get to know them and learn more about them and what they've been doing throughout their high school experience. If a student has not had a lot of extracurricular, but they've been working, we feel like that is a story worth telling us. So we strongly encourage students to write. Tell us that story. Be unique about yourself. Let us know of any and everything that you can. Let us know about you. so that we have a big picture and that we're able to make the best decision, not just for us, but for the student as well.
Okay, good. Now, we know too that that the scholarships and stuff that are available, because obviously this is important to students. We know that college can be expensive, and anything that we can do to minimize that would be great. A lot of our students that are going to school are first generation students and don't have the wherewithal to probably navigate through this maze, as well as their parents. Okay, is there someone at the college when they apply that's going to be assigned to help them not only look for, you know, the scholarships that you would have with the FAFSA, but for additional scholarships, additional funding also?
Well, Dr. Dorsey, that's a great question. We don't have anyone per se that we assign to each student who applies, but what we say as counselors in the admissions office, we encourage students to almost immediately visit our financial aid and scholarship website. There are scholarships that are available through our departments that students are able to apply for. There are also availability of scholarships outside of the college. And so we know that that there are students who are first generation in their family to attend. We make sure that we're able to give them the necessary equipment to be able to maneuver as much as possible. We just finished a program this week, one of our pre-college programs called Senior Project. And what I say to students is, make sure you're looking at all of those opportunities during the summer prior to your senior year to learn more and to be engaged more. Now, Senior Project since 2009 was a residential program, but this year we had to move it to the virtual platform. One of the things that we talked about and focused on, because Senior Project focuses on best practices for college admission for rising high school seniors, we did a whole session on scholarships and what that looks like. We provided resources for our students to follow up on different opportunities that are available. So much, in fact, that we created a worksheet for students to use as they're searching for their colleges and universities that they want to apply to. One of the things, Dr. Dorsey, and we're in the business of college admissions, but we're also in the business of serving all students here at the College of Charleston. One of the things that we want to stress, students need to decide almost now where they're going to be applying in the fall. And that list should not be over 5 schools. With all that's going on in the world now, I think students need to put all of their energies in 5 schools that they're interested in so that they're able to fully commit to investigating scholarship opportunities, to being able to visit these campuses virtually, because I don't think that there's going to be an opportunity to visit otherwise this year, to reach out to the departments on the college campuses that they're looking at, to see what kind of opportunities avail themselves in the areas of internships, on the areas of working on campus. I put the onus of this on the student. They've got a lot of time on their hands right now, and they definitely need to take advantage of all of this time so that they're ready to go forward. If a student has a solid test score and they feel very comfortable about that, we also encourage them, if the opportunity avails itself, to retest, to improve that test score so that they are in a better position to make requests of colleges and universities. I will say, though, I think that more and more colleges are going to be going to the test optional arena. So I encourage students to strongly get a handle of what that means and what that looks like. Because in some cases, when you apply test optional, you may not be able to go back and change your decision later. So when you're applying straight up, you need to know with confidence that that is the way that you want to go, so that there are no questions about being able to change your mind later on. Know the deadline dates. Our deadline dates are posted on the website. Get familiar with the deadline dates as it relates to when to apply, and also have an idea of when those decisions are coming out, because now more than ever, students are going to have to be empowered with the right information so that they can make the right decision for their future for the next 4 years.
Okay, all right, perfect. When we talk about internships and students being involved in internships, but we know that the whole goal is to make sure that our students are going to college so that they can graduate. Okay, so can you tell us the graduation rate, at the College of Charleston, and B, tell us some of the companies that your graduates actually go to be employed when they're done?
Yes, and I might have to go back on this, but I think our graduation rate for students of color is about 78%, which is very high. We have a sense of family here at the College of Charleston, and so we are nurturing the students from the very beginning with our pre-college programs as well as with our Spectra program, which is for incoming freshmen where they come to campus or meet virtually the summer prior to the start of the fall. And during that time, they are given mentors. They're able to take 2 classes at no cost and just get an acclimation for the College of Charleston in the process. In addition to that, students are able to be exposed to a number of opportunities on our campus, whether it's the different clubs and organizations that are made available, that in turn can lead to opportunities for employment. In the Charleston area alone, we have Boeing, which is a very big international company that has provided opportunities for our students to internship, to intern in the summer. We have the Naval Weapons Station here. We've got 2 military bases. We have the Naval Weapons Station as well as the Air Force Base. There are many, many opportunities for students to do internships in the field of computer science. We have Mercedes here in Charleston now. There's just a number of companies. Blackbaud is another company that is available to students to be able to take part in. One of the biggest areas, biggest employers and opportunities for students, and I think I may have mentioned this, was the Medical University of South Carolina. It's only blocks away from the college campus, and so it allows students to work part-time if they want, to be in that healthcare arena, or provide them with opportunities to shadow physicians and students as they're studying. The Medical University also has opportunities for students to be engaged so that they're able to meet the qualifications to enter into medical school, dental school. There are opportunities across the board, and they work with the colleges in the areas to provide those opportunities for our students and other students in the area. So there are a number of opportunities here for the students.
All right, then that is perfect. Talk to me a little bit about student life, about student housing. Is the campus a quad with 4-2-room, 2-2-room? Is it suites? Some of them have mega suites with Starbucks downstairs, and some of them have the traditional residence hall. So what is life going to be like for a student attending your college?
So we're in historic Charleston. We're downtown Charleston. And so some of our buildings are a little older than others. But we do have all of the amenities that are necessary. One of the things that I like to mention to students is that you don't have to pay for laundry at the College of Charleston, so you don't have to worry about bringing coins, quarters to campus. You can do that free. Also included in our residence halls are refrigerators and microwaves. And so they are at the standards where we don't have to worry about having any issues within the residence halls. We have 9 residence halls available to students, and we have a plethora of historic homes around downtown that students can live in that are a part of the College of Charleston. So there are opportunities. Students are guaranteed housing all 4 years at the college. You don't have to worry about having to move off of campus at the end of your freshman year. I think that's a great thing. So we have things that are available. I did want to mention, I heard you say honors program a little earlier. We actually have an honors college. And so students who are admitted to the honors college have the opportunity to live in one of our other residence halls or live as a group in our Berry residence hall. So we are excited that they're able to do that. Some students want to do that, some students don't. We have food services across the campus. Our freshman residence hall houses our largest dining hall for the college. We have the City Bistro. We have our Stern Center, where there are opportunities for students to eat a variety of different things. Students, because we're in downtown Charleston, also have the opportunity to go on King Street, one of the busiest shopping areas in the country, where they can go and use their dining dollars at some of the facilities downtown Charleston. So there's a variety of things that they can do. And if they just want to eat in their room, they can do that as well.
Okay, good. One of the things asking you that helped in our family when I was sending my when my daughter was looking at furthering her education is that ROTC was an option for her. That's been an option since she was in 8th grade. Okay, so it factored a lot into our decisions as to what we were doing, you know, whether ROTC is available. Is the availability there for ROTC for our students?
Absolutely. We work with the Citadel, which is the military college just across the crosstown here in Charleston, with providing our students with ROTC opportunities. And so what happens is students are transported over to the Citadel to do the parts of the program that they need to do over there, and then they're brought back to our campus.
Okay, all right, great opportunity. When we're looking, with COVID and everything, a lot of colleges are moving toward an online environment. Some are moving to an on-campus environment. Some are moving toward a hybrid environment. Do you know exactly where you all see yourselves going now and into the future?
Well, we're hoping that our students will be back on campus. That's what we're hoping for. Unfortunately, we're not sure yet how that's going to work. Students will have the opportunity, if they would like, to take their classes online. So they're given that opportunity. And so we're hoping that we'll be able to at least be on campus for a great portion of the semester. And then when we leave for the Thanksgiving break, the students won't come back. So we've canceled our fall break for students so that we can move as quickly as we can and not be worried about any problems as such. We have taken one of our residence halls offline so that if we do have any issues, students will be quarantined in one particular residence hall. So they're working diligently to make the best choices for our students and make sure that they're safe. I'm sure that our president and our board of trustees and other senior administrators are very concerned and will do the right thing by our students, faculty, and staff. Very confident in that.
Okay, good. When we talk about students and faculty, okay, so can you tell me what a class size would look like, what the average class size would look like? What is the student to faculty ratio?
So the average class size, probably about 25. Right now, the student faculty ratio is about 15-1. We tell students when we're talking to them about coming to the College of Charleston, just know your faculty is going to know when you're not in class. Just know that if you've decided to not show up one morning, it'll be noticed. To the point that if he sees you at the corner by CVS, he would definitely call you out. So we pride ourselves on our size. Yes, we have 10,000 students, but we pride ourselves on that small classroom experience for students. And I think the students enjoyed that a lot. We talked about clubs and organizations. One thing that I will say about that, if there's a club or organization that's not here when you come as a student, you have the opportunity, along with a few of your classmates, to create that experience. You just need to get a couple of people on board and bring it to student affairs. And if it's available, if it's possible, then it can happen. So no student should feel out out of the loop because they don't see a club or organization that they're interested in.
Okay, all right, perfect. I know that you said before, but I just want to reiterate it before we leave, is that students who apply early that may or may not have taken the ACT or SAT, and I know we look at them holistically, but then they take it later. Can they indeed update their scores? Is that a rolling, is that application always out there open? Or what does that look like for new incoming students?
So we have deadlines. We're not a rolling admissions office. So students would definitely have to look at our deadlines. So any student who applies early decision in the fall, they would have a deadline date of October 15th. Any student who is applying early action, and early decision is those students who have said, yes, this is where I want to be. I'm committed to that, and we'll sign a contract off on that if admitted. And then early action students will have a deadline date of November 1. Now, our application is scheduled to open on August 1st. And so if a student applies on August 1st, we would hope that they would not wait until December to upload their information. Now, if a student decides that they're not going to submit test scores, they need to know that that is where it's going to have to stay. They're not going to be able to do it later, because we're going to start reading and making decisions. We can't wait until after the deadline date to start looking at applications. So what we encourage students to do is, if you're going to upload, if you're waiting to take a test, you might want to wait to when you're going to apply, so that you're not putting yourself out there to miss a deadline, because the early action deadline for submitting all information will be December 1st. Students who are doing regular applications will have until February 15th to get all of their information in. And when students are applying, they can see the deadlines as they're doing the drop down in the definition of sorts of what they're applying for. We accept common application as well as our own application here at the College of Charleston.
All right, perfect. Debbie, I think that I have used up the majority of my time, to ask you questions. Okay, is there one last thing that you might want to tell our parents and students, something that I forgot to ask you or you forgot to say, and then you want to give your contact information again so that they'll have that for a second time?
Definitely. I would say if I could give parents and students one piece of advice, it would be to research the colleges and universities that they're applying to, and definitely research scholarship opportunities. There are so many scholarships that are not claimed every year, and sometimes it comes down to a couple $1,000s that a family is short on being able to attend the college of their choice. In addition, I stick to the one hand rule. 5 good school selections is the best way to go, because then you can focus and do the work that's needed for those 5 schools or universities. Okay. My contact information, I'm Debbie Counts. You can find me on the website at the College of Charleston. My email address is my last name, countsd@cofc.edu. And that would be all that I have.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Debbie, thank you so much for being with us today, for providing us with the information that we needed. Okay.